Hey everybody, good morning. Thanks for tuning back into the channel, the Post Frames Processors and Sawmills channel. I'm Chuck Schultz, Patriot Builders, Michigan Sawmill Sales, both of which are my companies. And I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, so I just want to give you an update. We have two new post frame home builds, or barndominiums, or shall we say a Michigan pole barn home, two of them. In the works. Permits are submitted for the first one, and the second one permits will be submitting probably in about a week. So we're going to have two coming up this summer and fall and over the winter that we're going to be following. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe the channel. Please subscribe. Subscriptions help us keep the drive and keep giving you some content. I know I've been super swamped lately. Managing a whole bunch of different things with both companies, so it's been a minute since I've been able to throw some content out there, and I do intend to make sure I try to at least have a goal of putting at least one video out a week. So we will be following these two builds along the way. One is going to be, I'd say, your average decent home, average ranch home with a bonus room above it. The other one's going to be a little bit more affluent, a little bit larger. It will be a monitor style home, so it'll have a unique, nice facade shape. It'll be up on a hill. You guys, I cannot wait to start that house. You guys, I think you guys are going to love it. But anyway, I think you're going to like both of them. We're integrating tornado shelters in both of these homes for the first time ever in a Michigan pole barn home. Most people have not taken the opportunity to invest into their homes, so this is kind of neat. Yeah, I'm excited to bring this stuff to you guys and have some good solid build content coming for you, because mostly it's been the sawmills, which is cool. We love the Wood-Mizer sawmills and the Blacks Creek firewood processors, but we haven't had much going on in the way of a Michigan pole barn home lately, so we've got that coming. I want to touch on one thing that I saw. It might have been a couple weeks ago, but it kind of threw that out there. I'm on Facebook, as much as you people know, and I saw one of these on one of these barndominium groups that I read sometimes and see stuff, and you get a lot of these people asking advice from other people, and hey, what should I do here, this or that, and I one struck me out there that I thought I should point out was this individual put it out there going, look, I know I want to keep my price in check on my barndominium build. Do I go more high-end fixtures, or should I just go builder grade at first to keep the price down? And then upgrade them later when I can afford good fixtures. And I'm like, wow. That throws, if those of you watching, if you know me, you'll know that that's one of the little sticking points I have. It's not that it bothers me, but I just think it's funny when people say the word builder grade. They're saying garbage. That means when a builder hears that, I don't want no builder grade stuff in there, I want good stuff. They're saying that a builder is going to put garbage in your home. There are builders that do that, and there's turds in the industry, don't get me wrong. And they have a pretty loud voice, unfortunately. Usually the bad job usually gets the most attention, right? Or the biggest voice. And so don't think that every building contractor out there is going to just default to the absolute cheapest garbage they're going to put into your home at all costs. And you have to stress that, hey, put good stuff in. And keep in mind that every time you have a piece of property and you approach a building contractor to build, no matter how simple or complex that home is, it is a custom home. It is a custom one-off build. And unique parameters are set from everywhere else. It's not in a subdivision where one house is built and then there's a 40-foot gap and another house built and so on. So the environment is different from place to place, even if it's the same home. And so you are dealing with a custom build. And sometimes I think people take that term builder grade and they associate it to garbage, because a lot of the production homes, they're really speculative builds, and speculative builds in general, even if they're on one-off parcels, when they're built in a fashion where the person building the home, whether it's a builder or an individual, is building the home speculatively to bring it to market when the home is complete. So they're basically manufacturing their own inventory and trying to sell it for the highest price. So the lowest amount of money they put into something is key for a good maximum profit, because they're going to try to take it to market for the maximum value. A custom builder is going to have a margin of markup no matter what the cost of the build is. And then that is their building contractor fees of building. And there's some other ways that things are priced in that way. So there's usually more of a, I guess you would say, almost a fixed margin on a custom build. And it's usually not as a large margin comparative to the speculative builder if they do their job properly and the economy is properly propped up or healthy. So your market value of the home compared to what they put into the home building it, that difference is that margin. And there's usually higher risk in speculative building, but there's usually higher reward. So therefore, I think the term builder grade has come from people buying from subdivisions or people building a home to hurry up and get it built as fast as they can, as cheap as they can, get it to market. And then when people buy it, they realize the carpeting they put in it barely lasts a year because they put the absolute cheapest carpeting in just to get it to look good on photos and a walkthrough. Or trim is the cheapest trim, MDF, whatever. Countertops, they might have granite countertops on particle board carcasses that have a sticker veneer on them. So you've got that lipstick on a pig scenario. So builder grade doesn't really reflect every builder out there. Different grades of builders are out there. In today's day and age, a builder doesn't really mean, the license of a builder doesn't really mean they have the best skills or anything. A long time ago, like subdivisions, a long time ago, like 30, 40 years plus ago, the developer was the land developer, and they developed the land and they cleared the land, they prepped the land, they subdivided, put the roads in, and then they had opened it up to selling the lots to builders, and then the builders would buy the lots and then sell those to the prospective clients or put speculative builds up. Today's day and age in subdivisions, the developer has become the builder, and the dynamic has changed, and it's all about time, build it quick, under budget, sell it for maximum market value. And that's not what your custom or one-off builders are all about. I would like to think that they're not all about that. It's about the project, and in my approach, I'm a tradesman/builder. So I merged into building homes through my trade. I am a framer by trade. And so I focus a lot on structure. I focus a lot in my business. I focus a lot on our homes. Good bones is my primary focus. And then cladding the interior and everything, the good finishes, whether they're high-end, low-end finishes, that's all up to the client. And so again, when you're going to approach, you have your own property and you're going to interview builders out there or building contractors out there, we all have pretty thick skin, but just remember, when you're going when you say the word builder, none of that builder grade crap. I want good stuff in my home. I don't want a high end, over the top expensive, but I don't want builder grade. Most of those guys that you're going to be talked to on a one-off build, really, you're telling them that they're subpar, subconsciously, and it's innocent. I mean, hell, I'm probably guilty of, kind of insinuating the word builder grade because it's so common. It's a common term, really, unfortunately. You don't go to your dentist with a toothache and find out you need a root canal and you go, all right, doc, if you're going to drill, put a good filling in. Don't do one of them dentist grade fillings. I want a good one. I'd be worried about how he's going to place the Novocaine and how much that root canal is going to hurt, right? So keep in mind, builder grade is an unfortunate term that you're taking to people that is basically saying the word trash. And there's a lot of good contractors out there. And when you're approaching them to get, whether you're multiple builders, whatever, they're about to give you pricing or invest their time into you to try to get a job that is potentially your biggest investment. You don't want to chop them off at the knees right in the initial interview because you could be passing up a lot of good contractors that way that are just not going to want to give you the time of day when you say that. So keep that in mind, just a public service announcement, and I hope that throws a little out there. That just struck me as a little bit off when I read that, and I was like, you know what, I should probably say something out that like about that topic on the platform here. So again, stay tuned with us. We got a couple of beautiful homes coming up, along with some other sawmill content and firewood processor content. And I'm going to try to make sure we have a video a week, at least something every week. It's going to be one of my goals. I know I've kind of dropped the ball a little bit on that. So thanks for tuning in today. Happy Saturday. Patriot Builders, home of the Michigan Pole Barn Home, Michigan Sawmill Sales, Wood-Misers, Michigan ASC. And we also have Blacks Creek Firewood Processors. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you made it this far, and thank you.